Wait, first, tell me your budget. Okay, then pick the EV you want in that price range. Let's see if our picks matched at the end of the video. Let's do it. Best EV at every price range. We are not here to talk about MSRP. We all know that markups and market conditions, as well as regional availability, can affect the final cost of a new EV. So we're not going to guess how much your new one will cost, but we will look at real-world availability to determine the best EV at every $10,000 price increment. And to make it fun, we'll start with the cheapest and then go to the most expensive, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle by the end. One last caveat: range is king, and prices go up real fast with increased range. And if range is king, all-wheel drive is queen. Double the motors, double the cost. Not exactly, but that's a good starting point. We won't even cover fast charging very in-depth in this video, except to say fast 50. More on that later. Let's go under 10K. This is as easy an answer as it is easy to find. Not easy. But the short answer is a Nissan Leaf, and there's two good reasons. Number one, it's a normal-sized car, and number two, it has life bars. Remember Zelda or Metroid or Mega Man? Yes, I know I'm revealing my age here, but the one thing in common with all those games that the Leaf has is a life bar. On the right-hand side of the gauge cluster, each Leaf will tell you what percentage of battery degradation has already occurred. So you have a little window into the previous life of the car. And a lot of the other EVs you're going to find available in this price range are very small. Fiat 500e, Smart Fortwo Electric, Chevy Spark EV. All perfectly good cars, but small. And in the case of this specific research, I couldn't find any under $10,000. It was just Leafs in my area. And that's because the Leaf has so many more examples than these other low-volume cars. The tiny trifecta, great cars, but hard to find under $10,000 and not super practical. Best car under $10,000 is the Nissan Leaf. Do the battery health check so you know what you're getting yourself into, and enjoy. Next, let's do the most expensive. This is a personality test. Lucid Air, BMW iX, Model X, Ford F-150 Lightning Platinum, Rivian R1T, Rivian R1S, Porsche Taycan, Mercedes EQS, Hummer EV, all live above $80,000 in cost. Get the one you want. If you have this much money, don't worry about 0 to 60 time, or range, or charging speed. Get the pretty one, or the cool one, or the red one, because they all have enough of everything for you to be completely satisfied. Let's talk about the $10,000 to $20,000 range. This is a sweet spot for EVs if you're not looking for long range. E-Golf, Focus EV, Fiat 500e, Smart Fortwo EV, Spark EV, BMW i3, a decent Leaf, and I would include a high-mileage Chevy Bolt, but I couldn't find any for under $20,000 in my area. So this answer is kind of boring. I would go with the Leaf once again. 50 kilowatt charging, which means you can road trip it carefully because it is CHAdeMO. But CHAdeMO is still a big plus. And in the $15,000 to $20,000 range, there are a lot of good Leafs. The Leaf wins the value proposition, but the i3 does have that CCS plug. And there are probably a ton of Leaf examples in your area. It also must be said that right now, in this price range, $10,000 to $20,000, there are a lot of EVs. But in 2023, all of these EVs become eligible for a tax credit. So look for huge price increases or huge drops in inventory, starting right at the beginning of 2023. In fact, January of 2023 may be the best time to buy one of these. So mark your calendars and get ready to steal a good one with the tax credit. $70,000 to $80,000 EV. What's the winner? What's the best? F-150 Lightning Lariat lives here, just barely. Nicely equipped i4s live here. You can find some nice example Model S's and X's here as well. And the e-Tron lives here. But the winner of this category is the F-150 Lightning. If you reserved one on like day one, because I just got my invitation, which I canceled because I don't want a Lariat, I want an XLT or a Pro, which they're not selling right now. But if you can get a Lightning under $80,000, do it right now. Nobody knows it's an EV until you pull into the charger. It tows anything you want, regardless of what Hoovy says, and it meets the 6,000 pound write-off rule. That's a big deal at $80K. Next, we're talking about $20,000 to $30,000. And there's a neat little pocket just under $30K. High mileage Model S's live here, like 14 2014s with 200,000 miles and no warranty. It's risky, but if you make a lucky pick, you just got a $100,000 starting price touring car for less than the cost of a Corolla. And of course, you get the supercharger network. Don't expect high charge speeds, but that is a plus as well. That said, the best EV under $30,000 is a Chevy Bolt with the battery swap done. Clean title, new battery, big warranty, and CCS in most cases. Also consider a Leaf, but a Leaf for under 30 would more likely be a refreshed Leaf with all the fixins and over 200 miles of range. It's Chatamo DC though, and that's the reason I would pick the Bolt first. And of course, under 30K, you can order a new Bolt as well. You just might have to wait a while. Nissan Leaf owners in this price category, tell me about a Chatamo road trip you had and why I'm wrong. If I'm wrong. $60,000 to $70,000, what's the best EV? Model Y, long range, standard range, performance, whatever. Model S 90D and 100D live here too. A BMW i4 is now on the radar. And if you're patient, you might even find a Model X. Also, the sleeper of this category, $60,000 to $70,000, is the Mustang Mach E GT. It has all the specs you need to win the category, but I'm not even going to pick a winner here. I know you're disappointed, so help me out. Pick a winner for me in the comments. What's your best EV $60,000 to $70,000? The reason I'm not going to pick a winner is because you already know the winner. If you're going to put down this much money for an EV, you know which one you want. The answer is about your personality. I have a Model Y. It's the only vehicle in this category that I would want for this kind of money. I'm not a Model X. Let me know what you are down below. $30,000 to $40,000 EVs. This is more of a barren landscape than you might think. But the best one is Korean. Or is it? Let me also be clear, there is a big difference between $30,000 and $40,000 when it comes to cars. Lower mileage Model S's live here, but so do Kona EVs and Niro EVs. And 80 to 100,000 mile or more Model 3s kind of sneak into this category as well. And that's a heck of a steal. There's of course the Mini SE, which gets like 100 miles of range. But if you want a really cute EV, that is an option. Conclusion, a little more complex than just one car. $30,000 gets you a decent Kona EV, if you're willing to look. Mid-30s, a 60 to 100,000 mile Model S, 14, 15, 16, will probably do it all for you. Grand touring, fast charging, road tripping, long distance comfort, and the like. And of course, the supercharger network. And if you're willing to push all the way up to 40, there are Model 3s out there, and that's what I would recommend at $40,000. It's up to date, it has the hardware to do all the new stuff that Tesla's going to update it with, it charges fast, it goes long range, and it still has a warranty. So the answer is multiple choice. The best deal is the Niro EV and the Kona EV. Overall, the best tourer would be a moderate mileage Model S if you don't mind taking a little bit of a mild risk, and get a Model 3 if you've got 40K. Which pick are you? A, B, or C? Let me know in the comments. $40,000 to $50,000. I would say EV6, but I can't find any under 50. Or Ioniq 5. Also, none under 50. Why not a Mach E? There's none under 50. And we could also do a Polestar 2, depending on the trim. But I'm going to let Aging Wheels tell you why not to get a Polestar 2 by telling you about his Polestar 2.
I have adjustable Erlins dampers, but no adaptive cruise control. I have heated front and rear seats, but no blind spot monitoring. I have a full panoramic glass roof with a Polestar logo projected onto it with a little projector light, but no fog lights.
You can find Ioniq 5s, EV6s, Mach E's under 50,000, but they don't have anywhere near the features that a Model 3 standard range does. And I would not recommend to anyone a Volkswagen ID4. Look up ID4 software on Google, and ID4 owners tell me if I'm wrong. So, all that said, Model 3 standard range. Go on Tesla.com if you don't mind waiting, pick your color, and start the clock. But if you want it now, the Model 3 between $40,000 and $50,000 is like the Nissan Leaf between $10,000 and $20,000. There are literal tons of examples available. Go get the one you want. It's like Baskin Robbins out there. Pick a flavor. Best car, 40 to 50, Tesla Model 3. This is also where Fast 50 comes in. If you want a Mach E or an EV6 or an Ioniq 5, do it for the fast charging. But you're going to need to be right on the edge of $50,000. All right, so here's the big one, $50,000 to $60,000. And what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about $50,000 to $60,000. So we're talking about brand loyalty, option packages, 0 to 60 times, charge curves, charge networks, battery preconditioning, styling, and just the neighborhood bar arguments, the Kobe, LeBron, Jordan arguments.
Kobe or LeBron? Well, I mean, Kevin Durant. No, I'm just kidding.
So, 50 to 60K, is there a winner? Yes, but probably not for long. Right now, the winner is this, and it's actually a tie for first. That's right, folks, the Tesla CCS Combo adapter and the Tesla Supercharger network are tied for first place. I have a Tesla that's compatible with the CCS adapter, and that means I can charge anywhere. Does Tesla actually make the better car? Once again, we're back to the neighborhood bar arguments. But to exercise that, both Kobe and LeBron did things that Jordan did not do. But Jordan has the hardware. And I would also say that Peyton Manning would be my pick of an all-time, all-Madden quarterback in the fantasy draft over Tom Brady. And I would also say that Ben Roethlisberger in his prime could beat Brady or Manning, and did on many occasions. But Brady has the hardware. Sorry, the hardware. Look, final answer, just open up the Supercharger network to all the cars and then put an EV6 in my So, did I leave out your pick? Did I pick the wrong one? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you drive. What's the sweet spot for you? What would you be willing to pay for an EV? Would it be new or used? And what do you think will happen next year when the tax credit changes take effect? Leave your predictions below too. I can't wait to find out. My name is Adam. Hit subscribe for more EV stuff. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey! Smash the like button!
Thank you.